Hey guys, and welcome back to Manifesting with Amber. As you can see, it's a really wet day today, but I decided to come out here anyway and film. I actually really enjoy the rain, so it doesn't bother me. So today's topic is about some of these habits that we formed throughout the years, some of these negative habits that keep us stuck in a negative pattern, and how we can actually overcome this and move into a place of thriving and into the state of being that's more peaceful. So first I want to start by talking about complaining. I think that we've all been there. We've all been in that place of we find ourselves complaining about someone or some event. And the thing is complaining doesn't really serve a purpose. It doesn't really do much for us, because when we are criticizing ourselves or someone else or some circumstance, what we're doing is we're keeping ourselves stuck in that emotion. And then it's really difficult to move forward when we continue to talk about this thing that's bothering us. I know that people say that it's important to express your feelings, and to an extent it is. You don't want to stifle those feelings. It is good to validate that they're there, but the longer we stay in them and the longer we talk about them with other people, and we talk about how bad the situation is and how this person said that to us and it made us feel this way, we are just making it bigger, and we are not actually able to create from that state. Because essentially, when we are in that negative place, we are in survival mode. So when you're in survival mode, you are focused on your body, you're focused on yourself, you're focused on time and space, and it's pretty hard to be in a place of giving to other people and giving to the world when we are in that survival mode. And we're so concerned about how are we going to get our needs met, how are we going to prevent other people from hurting us, and how are we going to stay safe and all that. So the first step in this process is to just become more aware of when you start to lose yourself in that negative space and you're in that downward spiral of criticizing and complaining. Don't feel bad for getting into that place, because we all get there sometime. But as long as you are conscious of it and you write about it, that's what I do. I'll write it down. If I find myself going off on a tangent about something and I've been complaining about it, this isn't just a short little tangent and then it's over. Like, I keep talking about it, I'll catch myself and then I will write about it. I'll write down the emotions I felt, and then I write down important questions like, well, how does this serve me? By complaining about this person or the circumstance, how is this getting me closer to my goals? I ask myself, how do I really want to live my life? How do I want to be of service to others? And how do I want to show up in the world? And the answer is always that I would rather be in a place of love, and I would rather be so aware of these negative emotions that are holding me back from living my ideal life, that I choose peace. I choose to gravitate towards thoughts that are actually going to make me feel better. So that's kind of a big part of it. I think the other thing, when I write about an experience that I had where I was really stuck in that negative place, then I will ask myself, well, how would I have liked it to go instead? If I was faced with this situation again, where maybe I was having an argument with someone, or I was complaining about a situation that was disappointing, how would I like to approach it next time? And this way I'm really setting myself up for success. Let's say that there was a job that I wanted and I didn't get the job. And now I'm upset and I'm thinking about all these things, like how am I going to pay my bills, and oh, it's so unfair that they didn't pick me, they didn't hire me. So instead, if I'm faced with that situation again where I'm not picked for the job, then I tell myself the way that I want to respond to this is I want to see the positive side of this. The reason I didn't get this job is because there is actually a better job that is more in alignment with who I am. Like maybe this job was really close to what I wanted, but there may have been a few things off about it. And so I just tell myself, well, I just continue to get very clear about what I want by writing about all the great qualities that I want in this job. No need for me to complain about it, because complaining is actually going to get me further away from what I want. And the universe can only send you more of what you are. So if you're complaining, if you are playing the victim and you're talking about poor me and everybody's like a bad guy, you're just going to keep experiencing more of that negativity in your life. Instead, if you shift your mindset, you shift your perspective, and you choose to look at things like, this is all happening for me. Everything, even a job not working out, a relationship not working out, whatever it is that's coming into your experience, you're drawing it to you through law of attraction. The universe is just providing you with more of what is similar to your vibration, similar to your energy. So shift your energy and then watch everything on the outside start to transform. Because remember, it all starts from within. So the more you work on yourself and you become really aware of the thoughts you're thinking and the habits that you formed, you're going to begin to ask yourself, is this serving my higher good? Is this really helping me to get into that state of actually manifesting my dream life? Because I really think that once you actually get out of survival mode and you stop being so fixated on yourself and what can you get from other people and from life, now you actually have the energy to create. We're able to create these amazing things in our lives when we're in this really calm place, because we are actually drawing everything to us when we're very relaxed. We don't have any resistance to what we want when we're in that place. We're just going with the flow, and we're trusting in the process. And then that's when everything can start flowing into your experience. So I would say that's number one, to really work on overcoming that desire to complain. And not all at once, but just to slowly decrease the amount of time you spend on complaining, and instead to replace that behavior with a more loving approach to life, and continue to talk about who you really want to be and to write about that. And the other piece that kind of goes along with this is the topic of gossiping. Gossiping is kind of on the same vibration as complaining. It's really putting more negativity into the world. And it's not helping you get to where you want to be. It's kind of like you're kind of letting off steam. But if you think about how you feel, I like to think about how I feel in my body. When you're gossiping, how does it feel in your body? I've never really been one to gossip a lot, but I know when I was younger, I probably did, maybe in my teen years, but I would feel this nasty feeling in my stomach. So You have to check in with your body, see how your body's feeling. And in fact, you might notice too, after you've been gossiping or complaining, you might notice that you might get a stomach ache, you might get something going off your body. Your body is a really good indicator of how you are feeling overall. Your body will reflect your internal state. So definitely pay attention to that. And sometimes you have to give up that little feeling of gratification that you can get from gossiping or complaining. You have to think about, is this really worth sacrificing my inner peace? Is this really worth sacrificing the overall goals you have for your life and your dreams and your plans and all this? You have to look at the bigger picture sometimes. So those are kind of the main things to give up or to gradually work on overcoming. It's really just your state of mind. It's deciding that you actually would prefer to live in a peaceful place where now you can really create your dream life, and you can start giving more to the world, and now you're more present and you probably have more energy. I know for myself that when I get out of that survival mode and I am so tuned into who I am, I'm really in alignment with my inner being, I have so much more love to give. I'm so much more patient with others, and I have so much trust in the natural process of life. I invite you to try this out today. Try being very aware of the direction of your thoughts, and then wherever they end up going, write about it. Write about how you felt in that moment. You can also document how your body felt after experiencing those emotions, and be very gentle with yourself in the process, because we are all just learning and unlearning some of these old habits that we've developed over the years and these old beliefs that we've accumulated. So go easy on yourself and know that there's so much love here for you from your inner being. There's just an endless flow of love and support for you. You can tap into that at any time by quieting your mind, maybe doing a meditation, and continuing to do the inner work. This is really a lifelong journey, and I hope you're excited to begin that journey or to continue on it if you've already been delving into this work. I hope that this video was helpful for you. I hope that you gained some new insights, and if you have any questions or you have some experiences that you would like to share, then feel free to leave me a comment, and I would be really happy to discuss all of that with you. So I hope that you all are having a nice day. I hope you're staying dry if it's also raining where you're at, and sending you all so much love, and I'll see you next time.